Hello everyone, it's Soleil here. I have made this Graphic45 Lost in Paradise mini album, and before I send it out to the recipient, I decided to do a video and do a quick flip through and also quickly share how I made the cover. And maybe I will share how I do my hinges as well, so that you guys can get some tips from this video and maybe give it a go to try to make your own mini album. So I'll do a quick flip through. So I have used the Lost in Paradise collection that Susan Altos has gifted me for my birthday, and it was just absolutely stunning to look at. I looked at the papers so many times and I was just so mesmerized by the coloring techniques that the designer would have done to create such intricate, beautiful images. If you look at this toucan, I mean, you can see all the coloring lines, all the layering that the person would have had to do to get it looking so real. It is just amazing. I have also chosen this beautiful pattern paper because it has a lot of florals and butterflies and it doesn't have too many bird images. I really love looking at birds on paper, not in real life, but I've decided that I'm just going to use this paper because it complements the toucan piece of paper that I wanted to use. So this toucan piece was a 4x6 cut apart that I have chopped the bottom off and I've just glued it onto the cover. Then I used the circle sticker that said my happy place. Then I have used the stickles to go around the circle. So I'm going to open it and show you. The front cover, inside of the front cover has this library pocket that Susan sent to me. I have attached that onto here, added the stamp images on there, so the recipient has space to add things in there. This one, I can tell you now that all of my pages has pocket on the side, and I will show you. This one flips up like this, journaling space there, beautiful cut apart piece added on top of the other green color paper that I have layered together. This one flaps down. Here is the pocket. Inside the pocket has this bit that comes out. This is a 4x6 paper that I have simply chopped the top bit off to fit the pocket size, and it closes like this. So it's like a mini booklet that the recipient can do whatever she wants with it. You can journal here, add photos in here, whatever she wants to do. And it goes back into this pocket like this. And here is another 4x6 cut apart piece that I have chopped the bottom off, added the sticker dream. This one goes the opposite way, it flaps downwards. So here what I've done is use the circle die to cut out the background circle piece, added the circle shape sticker on top, and then added another tropical vibe sticker here. Flaps down, and here is another beautiful cut apart piece that I have attached here. Here's another pocket there. And this is just a large sticker piece from the sticker sheet that was included in the collection. This one is a beautiful butterfly one, and it flaps up, journaling space or photo space, whatever the recipient wants to do with it. And here is another pocket with another booklet that comes out. I have layered 2 different pattern paper, used a sticker. Here, layered 2 different paper, added a sticker as well. So lots of place to add things and write things. Goes back into the pocket like this. Here is just simple background paper with the border stickers on each side. And the booklet can close like that. If the recipient doesn't want the booklet in the pocket, she can just take it out. This one flaps down. This one, here's just the pocket that I left. And this one is a 3x4 cut apart piece, and it had these lines so she can journal on there. And I didn't glue this side so she can slide something in there. This one, if you look at this bird, I mean, look at the colors, the green, the shades of yellow, the blues, everything, the detail is just amazing. This one opens up like this, and I have added another cut apart piece that says this is my happy place. I absolutely love this pineapple piece here, and this bird that's camouflaged in the background is just stunning. So here is another pocket that I have just left there, and this is another 4x6 cut apart that I have cut the top and the bottom off to fit this page. This one flaps down, more space to add things, another pocket here, and another paper that comes out. It's a really stunning piece of paper that I have captured this image and folded it, added another piece of paper that was left over from a 4x6 card, and so it just slides back in here in the pocket. Here I have added this clear vinyl pocket that had an adhesive backing, and this was sent to me by Lani at Jimmy Lani Creations, and I got to add it into here. So the recipient can add things in there and still be able to see the background paper. I have simply added another sticker border piece at the top, and here I have made a Velcro pocket or envelope pocket. So there's plenty of space in there to add things. Closes like that. And I have also scored in two different places, one there and one here, so that there's enough space to add a little bit of bulky things. And then you flip it over, and I have added these two stamp images. I have distressed the edges using the scissors blade. And on this side, simply added the sticker there. And this is not a page, it's another envelope pocket that I have made using this blue pattern paper. And this is a border strip that was a cut apart piece as well that I have corner rounded. And I didn't want it to just have a flap just going everywhere like this. So I decided to cut another stamp image out, added some foam tape at the back to raise it up a bit so I can easily slide it in like this. Here, this one is like a tri-fold opening, but what I've done here is I've only glued down this side, and I've created like a tuck spot, but it's large enough to add a little bit of bulk to it. So what it is this one was a long piece of paper that I have tri-folded it, or I don't know how you say it exactly, but I think you guys get what I mean when I show you. So it opens up this way and this way, and I have added another piece at the top behind this large piece so that I can get another flap to open at the top. Here I have added a library pocket again. I didn't decorate here so that the recipient can do whatever she wants to do with it, decorate or stick photos, whatever. So this one goes down, this one closes like this, and on this side there's a pocket made here. And this pocket is created by using the 4x6 cut apart piece, which I have chopped the top bit off so that I can create this tuck spot. And all I've done is just scored the bottom part of it, and then folded onto this page, the back page, and just glued each side to create the pocket. So that's attached to the back cover. And so that's my mini album there for you, a quick flip through. It is just such a beautiful pattern paper that I have used. I'm in love with this collection. I just really had so much enjoyment out of making that. So what I'm going to do is quickly show you guys how I did the cover. So for the demonstration's sake, I'm just going to use a plain yellow cardstock paper, and this one measures 11" by 5 3/4 tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 of the Graphic45 tag pieces that Aneta has sent to me last year in my Happy Mail. And I really love these Graphic45 tag pieces. It is really large and unique shape. But I decided that I want to use these for my covers so that I can save a lot of time, and also for the point that it has these eyelet punches already put on for me. So then I can add the ribbons and trims so that it can just hold it without damaging in the future. So what I'm gonna do is I will quickly just show you how I did it. So I want this nice eyelet piece to show on the outside, so I am going to glue here. So I am just going to simply glue here like this. And then I am going to add it like this so that the edge touches the edge of the paper. So it's nicely covered like that. Making sure. So making sure you have enough space at the top and the bottom because we want to fold it like this. Okay. Now the spine measures 1 3/4 by 4 1/2 because this is 4 1/2 here. But you can't just eyeball when you're gluing down the spine part. If you just eyeball and think, oh, that's about 1/4 inch, and you try to do this, it won't fold nicely. So this is very, very important to use a 1/4 inch wide double-sided tape. It is extremely important to leave that much space for it to be able to fold nicely. Okay, so you do that. Then you add this piece. See how I use my packaging material? Then you glue there. Then you add this piece right against the 1/4 inch tape that you just placed. Making sure that this and this lines up. Okay, like that. Then you add the other 1/4 inch double-sided tape right against the bit there. I'm going to use my scissors because my finger's a bit sore today. So I'm going to do that. Then I glue this part. Now I'm just going to glue it roughly here, but you guys know what to do with your glue. Now to save some time for this video, I won't go into detail of how I'm gluing it. So I'm just doing that. So now that is going to be the base, the cover. See, I've got it all covered there like this. Making sure, so you can use your bone folder or score tool and then just go over like this to make sure it's all stuck on the paper. That, making sure. And then if you can go over with your bone folder the edges like that, it helps to fold the paper like this, like that. And then you want to fold this bit like this. And then you want to fold this bit like this. Okay. And then you can, if you have a really good glue, you can use the glue, but I prefer to use double-sided tape for the spine part. It's because I need it to hold it nicely. So I'm just going to grab my more wider double-sided tape. So I use a wider double-sided tape for the spine section. So what I do is, before I glue this down onto here, I make sure I cover the spine with the double-sided tape. And this is going to save you from agony, I'm telling you. Because you don't want the paper to fall off the spine bit. So using a double-sided tape guarantees that the paper will be stuck on there nicely. And if you have like a little bit left there, what you do is, well, what I do is, I'll show you. What I do is I just take that off and then I just place this on top to cover the area nicely. Then it's going to be really nice and strong. I hope I'm in frame. That's what everybody says when they're doing tutorial. And then so I just make sure that it's really on there. Okay. Now don't take everything off yet. I'm just going to put this piece back there as well so I don't stick other things on there by mistake. And also, I want you to also put some double-sided tape here as well. Okay, because when we close the book, I'll show you. this other bit onto the other side here. Okay, making sure it's on there. Okay, so that's what you do. So what we're going to do now is peel a little bit off the top. This is a problem with the double-sided tapes. They don't want to come off nicely. So you just peel off a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Little bit. And I don't have long nails, so that's probably why. So just a little bit off the top. Like this. Little bit. And a little bit off this bit here as well. Like that. And if you guys miss some part, just pause, go back and pause it and then watch it again kind of thing. Okay, my nail does not want to help. Okay, so just a little bit. A little bit off like this, okay? Then what you do is you need to glue this bit down. So I like to use, oh my goodness, my double-sided tape has run out. Can you believe it? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. You can use a glue. You don't have to use double-sided tape, okay? But it just makes your life a bit easier if you use a double-sided tape. It's just, I don't know, I think it's a faster process for me. Other than the agonizing part of the double-sided tape thing not wanting to come off. So, do that. And then make sure you burnish it on there so it's really stuck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this bit off. Okay, like this. And then I'm just going to, the excess bit, just fold it over like this. And now we're going to fold this onto the cover like this. Okay. And then use your bone folder to go over like this. And then the 1/4 inch gap that you have there, just do this so that it's really stuck on there. Like this. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. So we've got to peel this bit off. And peel this bit off like this, how you did just like this side. What we did on this side, you repeat on this side, okay? So that's what we're going to do now. If this thing is going to come off for me. Here you go. The excess bit just fold over. And now we can actually peel all of this off if you wanted to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now fold it over. Just do this. And then just score like this. Like that. And now what we want to do is we need a piece for the middle that's big enough to cover. So what I'm going to do is just quickly measure. Now remember, this is a demonstration only, so you don't have to use plain piece of paper. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly measure. It's a bit too big. I'm going to use mine. I just want enough to cover what I've put on there, the double-sided tape bit that I put on there. So I'm just going to roughly measure, cut some bit off, and then I'm going to stick this on here like this. So I'm going to put glue at the top and at the bottom. You can put some more in the middle too if you wanted to. But because we've got the double-sided tape already in the middle, you don't have to do the glue in the middle, but you do need to glue the top and the bottom, okay? So then you make sure it's like right in the middle. and then you burnish the paper on there. And as you're burnishing it, see, you can see the 1/4-inch gap. Sorry for the noise. Do that. So if you want a pattern in the middle of inside cover, you just choose a pattern paper, not just a plain yellow one like me. That's what you have to do. But because this is a demonstration I'm doing, I'm just using a plain one. Then you go over the gap bits. You can easily see where the gap is, and then you just go over it with your tool, like this. Okay, making sure you don't have to do it too much. Now what we do is we make sure that this bit is really on there as well. It's on there nicely. So now what we do is we fold. So and because of this 1/4 gap that we've left here, it's gonna fold nicely. See? It just folds naturally, really nicely. And now you have the cover. Okay? So it's not too hard. So there you go. For the spine, so we wanna do, I'm gonna show you what I do with the spine. I'm not doing the exact measurements of the pages I did here because these pages are a bit different. The gap between each of these pages are different to this one I'm going to show you because I wanted to add the pocket envelopes at the back. But this is the basic idea, okay? So you need, if you want to create 6 pages in your mini album, you will need 3 different size paper like this. So the first one measures 2.5 inches across and 4 inches down. This one is going to be 2 by 4. And this is going to be 1.5 by 4. So then you score the first large piece. You need to score this one at 1/2 inch and then at 2 inch. So 1/2 and 2 inch. Then you get this pattern here. Then you get this piece of paper. This one you're going to score at, what is this one? You score at 1/2 and then 1.5. Then you get this piece here. And then the middle one, the very last piece, this is going to be 4 and 1.5. So you score at 1/2 and 1 inch. Then you get this piece. So what you do is you just glue it. Glue the middle bit here. And then you glue it in the middle of this second piece. So you can push it down like this, making sure that you have equal gap there and there. Because when you glue the middle, it's going to be like this. You see? You see what's happening? These are your hinges. Then I'm going to glue here. I'm just gluing roughly to save time for this video because I don't want you guys to get bored watching me do this. So then you can open it up, making sure that the gap at the top and the bottom is the same. So once it's all glued, this is going to be really nice hinge for you. So then you do all the bits that don't have the glue, goes up like this, and then you have your hinges. And then what I do is I use this, I glue this bit here, and then I add it to the spine area, okay, in the middle. Making sure, you can push it down to make sure that the glue gets bonded to the paper nicely. Making sure you have equal gap from the top and the bottom bit. And then once it's all glued, you just do this, like this, and then you have your hinges. If you don't want this gap in the middle to be wide, you can make it even narrower by instead of scoring at, what was it? Instead of scoring at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, you can do like 5/8 and 7/8 so that the middle gap is more narrower. So that really depends on you, whatever gap you want. So that's the general base of how I do things for my mini albums and books. So it's like this, okay? And then for the pages, it's entirely up to you what you do with the pages. It's just freedom. But I'm gonna quickly show you what I might do. So, if you wanted to create a pocket, so what you can do is, what I've done with my album is what I did was I cut a 12 by 12 paper like this by 4 by 12. I did 4 by 12 like this. And then I just kept on cutting so you get three long strips out of one 12 by 12. I'm just gonna put this down. And with this one, to create the flap, to create this flap and the pocket, so this is the paper that's 4 by 12, and what I did was I scored at 4 1/4, and then I've just folded it. Then whatever's remaining, I scored again there, and then I just folded it like this. So then you have the pocket, the side pocket there, and then you have the flap. So when you're gluing it into your spine, what you do is you glue this bit there, and you glue this bit here, and then you glue that bit there. So I'm going to quickly show you. So I'm going to glue here, and I'm going to glue here and here. I'm not gluing it too carefully because I'm trying to save time for you guys. So I do this, and then I push down here, and I push down here, making sure it's glued onto the hinge part. Okay, glue there, and then this flaps down, and then you can decorate here, and then you can decorate here, decorate on this side. I didn't glue this side carefully, so I'm gonna just add more glue there, and then hold it down. So then you have your bit of pocket there, you see? Now you can also you can try many different things really, but this is what I did for this mini album here. I hope you can follow this little mini tutorial that I have given you guys, and hope it wasn't too confusing. I think that was pretty simple enough to follow. Hopefully you guys give this a go as well. If you don't want to use this Graphic45 tag flip piece that I have used, you don't have to do that. Just cut out 4.5 by 4.5 by 4.5 bit. And when you cut out the long strip of paper for the cover, make sure you have a little bit of excess on this side so you can fold it over. Now I didn't have excess on this side because I needed this bit to show, because I was using this different shape cover. Thank you so much for being here with me, listening to me, and hopefully this was fun enough for you, and hopefully you'll give it a go one day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.